Is this your first time here? Tell me your name again, and how did you hear about us?
My name is Jackie, and I've heard about you from my mom,
That's your
Dolores. Yeah,
right on.
yeah.
You look like her.
That's what everyone says. We don't see it, but
Yeah, you do look like her.
yeah.
And did you forgive her already?
She didn't give me a chance to forgive her per se because she already said sorry.
Oh, she did.
Yeah.
Oh, you felt better about her?
I never really had bad feelings towards my mom.
Oh, you never resented her?
Maybe for a couple of things, but she's a recovered imposer or will imposer, so
She's a what?
she's like recovering from imposing her will on me, when I
Right.
was younger.
Oh, good.
She's all recovered though, actually.
But you still have to forgive her so the
There's
spirit
yeah.
of anger can be taken away from you.
Right. No, I think I have anger. I don't know if it's really from her or other sources.
It's from her.
It's hard for me to
And then-
believe that. It's hard for me to really believe that it comes. I don't really feel like I have anger from her.
Really, where do you think it came from?
Partially from my dad and his
They
mom.
always think it's the dad.
Yeah.
And why the father?
I wish that he would have been more more alpha, like more. I wish they both would have been more ready when they had me. They had me at 20, so I had to grow up with them. That was a really young age.
They had you when they were 20,
Yeah,
and so you had to grow up what?
I had to grow up with them. When they were learning everything, I was learning too, and I was going through their relationship and just seeing a bunch of stuff that I should have been enjoying childhood versus actual real life problems. I would say
So they were in their 20s when they had you.
they were 20, both of them.
They were 20.
Yeah.
The age 20. That's a good time to be having you.
What was that?
That's the right time to have you.
They weren't ready.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
So have you forgiven your father?
Yeah, I have, but here's the thing, like, that I struggle with, and I told my mom this too, like, sometimes when things come up, like, later on, I'll get mad about something else, like, a memory will come in, and then I'll be like, I'll get pissed off, like, like, I wish they would have had it more together, or something like that, right? And so I want to let go of the anger, but sometimes it's so hard because I get memories of things that I forgot about, and then it kind of can, like, piss me off.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
If you didn't have the anger, do you think you have the memories?
I don't know. I haven't thought of that before.
You wouldn't have the memories. You can only have the memories because you have the anger. When you get rid of the anger, you forget about the whole deal.
Yeah.
It disappears.
Yeah.
And so why haven't you forgiven your father already?
Why haven't I?
Yeah.
I have. I've had.
Oh, you told him?
Yeah, I told him. He's apologized to me. He's understood and
Oh,
stuff
okay.
like that. It's a me problem though. Like,
Right.
I don't want to be playing victim. That, like, when something triggers me, I'm all like, "Mom, this is your fault," or "Dad, this is your fault." Like, I have to take responsibility at some point and let it go. But that's the part I'm struggling with.
Well, taking responsibility is admitting that you're angry. And
Yeah.
anyone that's angry is evil. And you're not going to overcome that until you forgive your mother. It's not enough that she apologized. She's doing what she's supposed to do. Hey,
Yes.
daughter, I was wrong.
Yeah.
But until you forgive her, you're not going to be free. And Satan is lying to you by saying, oh, it's not your mother. You just can't imagine her. He's lying to you.
I really can't imagine what I would be mad about my mom for. Like, I've thought about this so much. It drives me almost nuts.
Right.
I can't figure it out.
Was she perfect?
No.
She was not perfect?
No.
What was imperfect about her?
Unfortunately, my mom was looking for love, for a long time. And I had to watch her go through that. I had to go through it too, from relationships or maybe putting up with things I wish she wouldn't have put up with. So that was,
And how did you feel about that?
it was hard to watch.
Yeah.
And it was
Have you
confusing.
forgiven her for that?
Yeah.
You told her?
No, I
Why
didn't tell
not?
her. I mean, because I know that she is sorry. She I think it was about a year ago or maybe less.
I can't hear you.
Sometime this past year, we were walking and she told me, like, I am so sorry that I made you watch me go through X, Y, and Z, like, relationship after relationship. I was just looking for love and I didn't know that it was in me the whole time. And, like, I was confused and feeling desperate practically at some points, for the extents I would go through to be in a relationship to feel love when
Right.
she was looking for it in the wrong places.
Well, your eyes on your mother, but not on you.
Yeah.
And she can apologize till the cows come home because she's working on herself.
Yeah.
But it's not going to do anything for you until you forgive her. You got to stop pretending. You got to stop listening to the devil telling you, "Oh, you don't need to forgive her. She was so fine." You're never going to be free until you do that.
Is there a reason why there's just emphasis on my mom versus like the things that my dad did as well?
Repeat that.
Is there a reason why there's such an emphasis on my mom versus like all the hell that my dad put me through too?
Yes, because the hell come through the mother. God, the God above is the man's God, and the God below is the woman's God. So Satan's evil work through the mother, and she passes it on to the children. Until she forgive, then God will return to God, and then God will work through her too. But it comes through the mother, and your father's that way too because of his mother.
Oh yeah. Earlier when you were talking about when you're
We-
talking about not letting someone bother you,
Yeah.
I'm so struggling with that. I cannot stand my grandma.
Yeah,
So I
you
feel
got
so
to
bad.
forgive both.
What was that?
You have to forgive your mother and your father.
Yeah. I don't know how to like do I have to keep having these conversations with them though? Because I already really let it go with my dad per se. You know, we've had conversations like, hey, X, Y, and Z happen, and
Have you apologized to him for resenting him?
no,
So
I
you
don't
haven't
think so.
forgiven then.
I
You
did.
gotta
I mean,
confess
it's
to-
kind of hard to tell. Honestly, it is kind of hard to tell in those moments because I did tell him like I don't want to keep holding you at the cross for these things that you've done that you've already said sorry for, but I'm feeling really upset about them and I
Right.
want to let it go. So like I guess we kind of have, but then that's when
You have not forgiven your father.
maybe not fully.
You have not admitted that you're wrong for being angry at him.
Yeah.
Because just as you can't help yourself but have those memories and
Yeah.
overreact at the time, he has the same problem. It came from his mother. He has the same problem.
Yeah.
And if you understand yourself about it, you will cause you to understand him, then you will forgive. Because who are you to judge him?
I know. I agree with you.
No, that was a question.
Oh no, I think the same thing. Who am I to hold my parents?
Then why
you
don't
know?
you forgive then?
I feel like I have, but I guess things come up and I don't. I haven't really truly.
Right.
Yeah. And I want to, but I don't even know how to do that.
Dad, I'm wrong for judging you. I've been angry at you. I understand now you couldn't help yourself because I can't help myself. I'm crazy.
Yes.
And I can't help it. And I
Yeah.
understand you can't help yourself. When you truly see that, and if you truly mean it, God will forgive you, and He'll take all that away from you.
Mm-hmm.
And then it would, even if it crossed your mind, it wouldn't bother you at all. But you got to see that you're wrong, not your father or your mother. At this point, it's you.
Yeah, I would really like to get there. I want to take responsibility for my part of being so judgmental or thinking you
Yeah.
guys could have did X, Y, and Z. Like I don't want to be that way, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
So I want to encourage you to work on yourself. See this anger. Don't blame anyone for it.
Yeah.
Just see it and admit that you do have it to yourself, and go forgive your parents, both of them.
You hear that? Okay.
Are you married?
No,
Thank God.
I know.
Because if you ever date, you're going to be hell to pay.
The crazy thing is I can admit that too, and I know that enough to just be like, okay, there's a reason why I'm not married or why it hasn't happened for me. When people
Yeah.
are like, how are you not married? I'm like, trust me, there's a reason.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, forgive your parents so you can be forgiven,
Yeah.
and you'll be fine. Work on yourself.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah.
But you look just like her.
I know.
You sound like her, too. Amazing.
Thank you
You
for your
become
time.
just like your mama.
What was that?
You become just like your mama.
But I'm not mad at that. That's my problem. Yeah.
You want to be like your mama?
I wouldn't mind.
Well, you stay there then. You already like her.
I want the good parts of her.
Nope. You want to be you. You don't want to be your
Yeah,
mama.
no, I know. She tells me that all the time too.
Right?
Yeah.
Because she's really working on
She's
herself.
really working on herself, and
Yeah.
that's what led me here is because I see
Right
the
on.
peace that she has and that I don't have.
Right.
And I'm seeking that, but I understand like it's my own way to find it
drop
too.
the anger, you'll be free.
Okay.
You gotta admit you're raw for being angry.
Okay.
All right?
Yeah.
Amazing. Nice.
Thank you.
I'm glad you brought her. Amazing, huh?